So I want to make a video right now. Obviously. I'm thinking about what I should do now that I feel deeply that I am the Mashiach for Israel, that I am a prophet. Not the confusion that I had as a teenager. I am Jesus. I was Jesus. I'm Alexander, and Alexander doesn't roll the way Jesus did, but I'm still the same heart. Keep going, Alexander. Slow down and walk. Keep going. I need my mom right now. She's not home. I need somebody to talk to. Dina is sleeping. What am I going to do in the loneliest of my nights? I'm going to go crazy. I can't take it. I might relapse. And it might not be the end of the world. Alexander, what else? How am I going to let go of my mother and my sister? Feels impossible. I'm so pulled into their neurosis and my own neurosis. How do I let go? Go comes from the word God. Go is derived maybe from an Indian language, Hindi or Sanskrit. Goa. Good. Good mantra. Maybe they recited Aum. I don't know. It's irrelevant right now. How do I let God? I do not teach. That's one of my vows. I don't want to teach. I don't fucking care about teaching. I don't give a fuck about teaching. Actions are louder than fucking words. Eat your food. Grow. Make responsible decisions. Unless you're stuck at the way fucking bottom, and I'm not interested in going to the fucking bottom. I want material things in this lifetime. Either that, I'm gonna be a fucking vagabond and just fucking go from place to place and not give a fuck about people. Love people one day, hate people the next day. That's my plan. With money in my pocket. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen to me until I'm 80 or 85 or 90. I just have this good feeling. I died a horrible death in my last life. Nothing bad is gonna fucking happen to me. I know it. I just know. What else? It always comes back. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't need to remember everything I'm gonna say. Somebody else is holding to it, maybe. Pain. Feel pain. It's emotional pain in my chest. The top of my abdomen. It's a fearful heart. What do you feel, Alexander? What do you feel? People are treating me good because I just got out of a mental institution that abused me. They're treating me good because I'm recovering. They're treating me good because they're good people also. They're treating me good because I prayed that people would treat me better. Treat me, don't trick me. Uh-huh. Say something, Alexander. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I want to be wealthy. I want to wear gold. I want my woman to have a big old diamond on her ring. I want us to have children. I want peace in the world. And I want my tribe. I want to leave this country. I want to go to Israel. I want to learn my people's culture, their heritage, our heritage. I want to be initiated into my community in Jerusalem. I'm laughing because I can feel it. I can feel him. I don't know if I was wrong in the past lifetime. These are thoughts I have already been thinking about, chewing on, culminating. What else, Alexander? Did Jesus fuck up? If he died and had to come back 2,000 years ago, then maybe he did mess up. Maybe I was an arrogant fucking piece of shit. Maybe he was an arrogant piece of shit. Maybe the unique being that he was, that is connected to me, I believe, part of it that was independent of me, I'm still a new incarnation, wasn't all that great. Completely. And maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe the world was learning though, and I'm not, and other people aren't, when they judge Jesus. And they say people are Jesus freaks, and they say Jesus was a loser, he's a faggot, or he's just some hippie guy. He kicked the earth's ass. They fucking slaughtered him. And that was the most hardcore shit that ever went down, ever. I saw the Passion of the Christ. Shit scared the fucking shit out of me. I think it happened exactly. The way that the director, Mel Gibson, depicted it. I felt it. God bless you, sir. I don't know why my mother's Christian. My mother was Christian in my upbringing. It fucking weirds me out. The idea that I might have been that sage, that man, and that my mother worshipped him when I was young, and then I grew up in Christian communities. It's the fucking absurdest shit ever. Or maybe it's part of my soul evolving, worshipping itself over a series of lifetimes and refining it, seeing its faults. If I had many faults, if I faulted, and I had many faults in the last lifetime, and then building myself up stronger in this lifetime. I don't know what it feels like to be a different person. Some wild ideas. But I know that right now I feel very centered. And I feel that there's going to be a lot of attention toward me, directed toward me, directed with me, directed against me. But I want to turn shit fucking wild, man. Upside down. Party! Fucking like to party, man. I like people. I like hosting parties. I like choosing the music. I like food. I like crashing parties. Crashing parties was cool. Fucking crashed a bunch of parties. What else, Alexander? Keep going. Keep going. Alexander the Grape. Alexander Salamander. Aleko the Gecko. Brother Lion. Kenny Jesus. Ariel. Zuleski. I ran away from a zoo once. It's cool. Brother Lion. What else, Alexander? What was the last relevant thought? I want to turn shit upside down. I think guns should be demolished and brute power should lead. People should settle issues physically with their hands. That's the most recent of my beliefs that have developed, feeling influenced by other cultures. Metal is very old. I spoke to a toilet in jail, and I felt it speak. I spoke and communicated with a little rock, or a bean. It was a hard bean, or it was a pebble, I don't know what it was, but it communicated vibrationally. I saw it emanating circles. I communicated with the bed, and it communicated back to me. And that was the first time I ever communicated with something that was inanimate. I don't know why I was denying what I am. I'm not a blood. I'm not a crip. I'm an anarchist. And I think banging hard is fucking banging hard. But I'm not like every other G in the county or the state. I fucking do things when nobody's looking. I do good things when nobody is looking, and I do bad things when nobody is looking. And I'm for the Civil War. The government will see. They're old and they're wise, and there's a lot of tradition, but it's the new generation's turn. Allegorically, like a father and mother giving the next generation more say in the movement of their dynasty or their empire or their lineage. Older people are incredibly wise, all of them. If they're older than me, then that means they're wiser than me. It doesn't mean that I like all of them, and it doesn't mean I like being wronged. Still, I'm a part of this world. They must see it. I was created by them. They can't disrespect something that they've created, that's a part of a miracle happening through them and beyond them and above them. So I believe that applies to every living being. And that's the ultimate belief I have when I can think logically about life and not feel fearfully centered. Not feel like I'm the center of everything and that it doesn't apply to me, but only out of fear. Because it came full circle. 5 years after I was the most paranoid I've ever been, I'm back in my center. I'm singing music in front of grocery stores. I'm making some money. I'm smoking some tobacco. I have a relationship with my woman again. I'm making art again. Beautiful music is coming back to me. I made a few friendships. One of my old friends forgave me. We finally reconnected. God bless you, Lance. Amen. Thank you. But I don't know. He was. Shit. Keep going, Alexander. Talk it out. Talk about the most important. Try. California is where I was raised. California has a big spirit. You can find anything in California. Other states in the US are very strong too. They're completely different. When you're talking to people, Alexander, when you talked to people, when I talked to people, completely different. You can't understand, Alexander. You can't understand. I cannot, I could not. When I was in New York, I did not understand how many people were hurt by September 11th. God bless America. God bless New York. May all the families feel peace that were hurt by it. Amen. But I didn't know that before I went to New York, before I said that America was just a shitty place to be from. And then I felt it. I could just feel it, that's all. And then I cried because I didn't go to the Holocaust Memorial Museum when I went to Israel. And I experienced a nightmare. And I woke up and wanted to share that fraction of a second of beauty that I felt that was so hollow. A connection to my faith and to my heritage. It didn't even hit me that deep, but I still cried. And then I became a renunciate again. I never realized that Tibet was taken. And then I realized I was just a solipsist. And I cried because the African race is very powerful and was so badly disrespected. I chuckle for 1 second because my mouth is just hanging open and I'm walking, feeling frozen, thinking about the time that I spent with my family, suffering so deeply every day, just wanting to go anywhere but be where I was. And I cried at Jamie Foxx's movie, the film where he was sentenced to being killed, put down, the death penalty. And I held it. I didn't cry. If I cried, I would have cried until I was empty. I needed that. I couldn't cry. I didn't want my mom to see me cry. She was just being a fucking bitch at that time, but the spirit of good people was still there. A phenomenal story that gave me a little bit of hope to get me through my darkness. And then I realized that if I was Jesus in a past lifetime, that it's my fault that billions of people were slaughtered and raped. And then I cried for the American soldiers that have died in this country, that were good people, and that had purpose, and that fought for their families, because they were just like the Native American people that I respected, that had communities and families that were quarreling and had to settle their dispute with physical conflict. I saw them as exactly the same. And then I cried in Vegas. And then I felt the presence of Moses. And then I walked around without shoes because I wanted to feel the desert. And I didn't want anything. And I was just fucking about to become suicidal after I was picked up by a mental hospital there and sent back home in California, where I became suicidal in my thinking and then pushed through it thanks to ganja, alcohol, my girlfriend, meaning my partner, and baths. Baths calm me down. Warm. They're better than showers. God bless anyone who's struggling with suicidal thinking. Amen. May you make it and remember what makes you happy and hold on to it. Amen. What else? I cried at Logic's song, 1-800. That was very moving. I didn't care that he was gay or that he was depicted as being gay. I'm sure he is gay, but it didn't matter to me. I wasn't homophobic at that time. And then I was violated by a fucking faggot, meaning a gay person that violates people and is a trashy representative of his group in society, so I call him that. And then I became homophobic, and now I don't like gay people. And that's where I'm at right now. And my nervous system is fucked up because the police broke my fucking back. And then I took mental medication that neutralizes my nervous system. And then that man touched my body and stuck his dirty fucking faggot tongue on my mouth. And then he threatened to stalk me. And I think he should be in jail. I think he should do 2 to 5 years in prison for that. Because I ran away in the middle of the night and walked down train tracks to get to Southern California. And I didn't tell my family because I didn't think they would do anything to help me. So I think he should do time in prison or get his ass fucked up. Or I should meet him in 5 years when I'm 250 pounds and I should break his cheekbone. There's no such thing as saying, well, that's what you get. Every life is individual. If you're really young and your scope is really narrow, then I could understand that. Kids say that to each other, teenagers. Well, that's what you get, or that's what you deserved, or maybe that's what life is trying to teach you. But as we get older, we see with compassion that even the people that do us harm have their own lives that matter to them and to other people, and that they will get what they deserve. I might have harmed people and animals when I was younger, and I might have become a good person, and I might have lost my way again and been hurt by people as an adult, but those people will still be hurt again in this lifetime or the next lifetime. Nothing is exactly the same. It doesn't fucking work like that. I don't believe it. And by what I'm saying the way that man treated me when he bought me a drink and I invited him to my family's house. And I was sitting there sipping wine and getting drunk because I like to drink alcohol, not because I want to talk to a faggot. Is not the same as me being homeless with my partner 8 years ago, living on the streets of LA in a tent, working to earn a van to travel the states and have children together. There is no fucking parallel. It's not the same situation. Only an immature version of myself, an immature part of me would say, well, that's what you get from mistreating Dina. She's the fucking devil. And she turned me into a dark boy too. And I feel good about that. I had to earn it. Now I'm not scared of the dark. She turned me, in my own words, into a dark person too. Now I'm not scared of the dark. A little bit at a time. God bless everyone. I can say that. I don't think that any person is the lowly part of their clan, their tribe, their community, their culture, their empire, their dynasty, their group, their crew, their gang. But any person that acts lowly will be called lowly by people that have the courage to confront them with words. I don't like gay people that are molesting, hurting, violating any other person of the world. It's unacceptable. What's up, Riley? Ooh. That's it. Keep going, Alexander. What else? Oh. Spring. Wait. Hold this. What was my last relevant thought? I ask myself this because I went off on a tangent, partially, a little bit. I found what I believe in. I said I'm an anarchist. When I'm on this medication I'm taking, I'm pretty clear thinking. I can handle myself intellectually. I think I could fend for myself against the police with my rights, or judges, or legal system, or court system. Anybody that might try to persecute me, hold me against my will indefinitely again, charge me with petty charges. So I'm going to keep taking the medication I'm taking. And I'll have to start from scratch with my nervous system, because I could jump on fucking trains. I could jump from cement wall to cement wall. I could run really fast. I could jog for miles. I could walk endlessly. My lungs were strong. My breath was strong. So now I'm in the common denominator, the average from my nervous system, just what keeps me going, just keeping me going, just what is keeping me going. But when I get to Israel, I know I'll have new responsibilities. And I know that people that I study with will teach me many things. They're going to teach me to focus on Israel and Israeli culture, on Hebrew text that is the Torah. The Torah, I don't know what Torah means, so I call it Torah. And then, if I do have a special purpose in this world, like I believe I do in this lifetime, maybe not in the next, maybe not for another 1,000 lifetimes, but just in this one, I win some kind of weird soul lottery. I'm getting silly now. Anyway, might start a revolt. That would be pretty fucking cool. Exciting. But it's like getting my ass beat in jail. It wasn't fun or exciting. Beating somebody else up and feeling tough in the town is fucking cool. Jumping on trains is cool. Stealing is exciting the first 10 times. But after I'm doing it and I'm afraid to get caught, it's not so exciting anymore. So I might just have to molt an old layer. Maybe it's my immature perspective that life needs to be handled subtly, passively, peacefully. But also I can still acknowledge that the cops are fucking dicks and the court judges were less than capable, even though they were very impressive. In some regards, I could see that they were very focused and well trained. They were not compassionate and they did not have humanity when they heard me. So I think that needs to fucking change, and if that results in some representatives of different governments being killed or dying naturally or changing their ways or cooperating with the movements of the youth that are coming together everywhere in the world as we change technologically and physically and spiritually all at the same time, then that is what will have to happen. And why would anybody care what I have to say? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I know, I'm just not gonna say it right now. Because maybe it's somebody else's turn to hit the soul lottery. The only people I can imagine listening to this video are religious Jews that are messianic and Christians that are curious, committed, dedicated, devoted, and their own being, their own person. That's it. I'm waiting. Alright, I'll end this video. God bless everyone. God please bless and keep me. Amen.